Will it be the Liverpool fan? Will it be the Everton fan facing Chris Agedua in the semi-final of prize fighter, the light middleweights here at the York Hall? Our MC is John McDonald.
Ladies and gentlemen, quarter-final number 4. It's an all Liverpool affair. Would you please welcome and introducing to you firstly, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the red trunks trimmed with black and white, weighing in 10 stone, 13 pounds, 3 ounces, an 8-fight record, 5 wins, 1 inside the distance, 1 loss and 2 draws. From Liverpool, Steve Harkin. And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the red and white trunks and weighing in 11 stone, 1 pound, 7 ounces. He's undefeated, 7 contests, 7 wins. From Liverpool, Nick Quigley. Timekeeper bell is Peter McCann. Our referee in charge of the action from Doncaster is Mr. Howard Foster. This is 3 3-minute rounds, quarter-final number 4.
Okay, lads, you both know the rules. Keep it clean, break straight away when told. Both watch the heads. Good luck to you both. Touch gloves. Good luck, lads.
Well done to Carl Froch and Jamie Moore for supplying us a really good draw on this prize fight tonight. Here's the Battle of the Mersey for real in just a couple of weeks when Liverpool meet Everton. There's ardent red Nick Quigley and die-hard blue Steve Harkin. Will we get another fiery derby? If it's anything like the third quarter-final, we're in for a treat, Richie.
Certainly are, but it's amazing that these two Liverpool lads have been drawn against each other. But Quigley, he's got his whole family here, obviously his brothers, Tony and John, boxers, pros, and they're all here.
I'll tell you what, Richie, the pair of them were chatting just backstage half an hour before the tournament started like old friends.
Yeah. Incredible. So they know each other, don't they? They're probably trained in the same gym, know about each other's style. And Quigley, oh, lovely shot there from Quigley. He's one of these fighters with very relaxed guard. He's a switch hitter, brings shots from different angles. A lot of respect from both boxers, just touching gloves there.
Absolutely.
One of them's going out.
Both of them told me how keen they are to be part of the Liverpool fight revival, along with the likes of David Price, Tony Bellew, the Smith brothers, Joe Selkirk. It's all happening on Merseyside again. Good work from Quigley, just slicker, faster, finding the shots, and Harkin out of range.
What a super punch that was from Quigley. Just dipped his shoulder to the left there. Brought that long left uppercut through the middle there. It was good. Harkin, I know a lot about Harkin. I actually trained a boxer who'd given his first defeat, Terry Carruthers from Birmingham. Tough lad. And I'd watched Harkin before, and I felt that just pressure him. If you put him under pressure, he's a little bit suspect, and that's what we did. We sent Terry Carruthers out and given his first defeat.
Loose and languid. Here, Nick Quigley, who stands 6'1½", the tallest prize fighter of the bunch, and the baby as well at just 22. Remember, Patrick Mendy won it at 19. Prize fighter. Does it suit the youngsters? There was a lot of money piled on Nick Quigley, who's from a fighting family and has pedigree.
Well, Quigley definitely has got the skills, hasn't he? But his hands are very low, and now and again he gets caught with that right hand, and that's mainly because his lead hand, his left, is so low. But look at the way he brings that shot up there, that uppercut, super punch.
Blood from the mouth of Steve Harkin. Tries to get a left hook off. It's all Quigley though, classy in the opening round of this final quarter-final. Looks confident, doesn't he, Richie?
Yeah, looks very confident indeed, and bringing those shots from different angles, showing his confidence. But Harkin, maybe he's just got to step in a little bit and start concentrating on that right hand, throwing the right hand, because Quigley's lead hand is so low.
Good defence too from Quigley. Definitely taking this first round, maybe one of the clearest of all the sessions on the night here. Yeah, lovely boxing from Nick Quigley. There's his dad in there with him, Tony Quigley Sr. And we know Tony Quigley Jr., of course, former British champion.
Okay, don't hesitate. Let your shots go on the way in, okay?
Yeah, some good work here from Quigley in that round. There's that shot there. What a punch that was. Sort of a screw shot, long uppercut if you like, through the middle. Timing and accuracy was there, and then just drops his shoulder and moves out the way. Good boxing from him. Time and time again he did it. Must have thrown 3 or 4 of those shots. They all hit the target. And Harkin there with that slow jab just gets caught.
See there that Harkin through more, but the quality all with Nick Quigley. Harkin quick on his feet, knows he needs a good second round. It's the real sprint distance of prizefighter. Again they touch gloves, the respect between the two lads from Liverpool, Nick Quigley from Kirkby and Steve Harkin from Kirkdale.
Quigley stepping down, having a little bit of a scrap, which is unlike him, to be quite honest. He normally likes to box at distance, and so he can see his opponent and pick his shots, but that will suit Harkin, believe it or not. Adam, if it was close toe-to-toe battle, will suit Harkin better.
7 years older, Steve Harkin, only turned pro in July 2009. But that loss against Terry Carruthers and then a draw both this year. And rather like Jeff Thomas, needed help from the social network sites to get his place in the tournament. Says he will give it absolutely everything. But he's being outboxed here by Quigley.
Yeah, he is just trying to tie Quigley up on the inside there. It's better work now from Quigley. Got a great left hand, just whipping one downstairs there.
Yep, nice shot from Quigley, who hasn't got a knockout yet on his record. 7 straight wins. May lack a real punch, but certainly doesn't lack ability.
Well, Adam, it's going to be a night of light punches, to be quite honest, because apart from tackling, I was looking at the stats. With the other 7 contestants have had 61 fights, and there's only been 5 knockouts in those 61 contests. So it's a few light punches here tonight.
That normally means we get better action, doesn't it, with the lighter hitters? Maybe not the drama, although we did, of course, get the knockdown of Chris Agedua in the 3rd quarter-final. Just a bit of a deep breath from Quigley. He's worked hard already. Good body shot again, finding the gaps in Harkin.
Yeah, he's just got a little bit better quality about him, hasn't he? Quigley. He whips the shots downstairs, he's a little bit more accurate. He seems to be beating his opponent to the punch.
His relative novices will obviously be pleased that Takaloo is out of the competition, so it's a sort of level playing field of more inexperienced fighters.
And the thing is that when you've got a man against you who's probably got a little bit more skill and talent than you have, what you have to do then is try and close him down a little bit so he can't work, get up close to him, make it rough and ready, tie him up on the ropes, you know, little short handwork on the inside. That's what Harkin's got to do.
Another body shot from Quigley, who's just breathing a touch heavier, and better work from Harkin, who's whipped himself into real condition under John Smith.
Shots go on the way in, work his body.
Yeah, work his body, says Tony Quigley Sr. in the corner.
Well, there was nothing wrong with that body shot there. That was a lovely left hook from Quigley downstairs. Right uppercut and then left hook to the body, and then he misses that one to the head, but the one in the middle was a good shot. There, just a scuffing punch on Harkin's arms. Better guard from Harkin, but he's been outboxed, this man.
Relax. Work the body. If he keeps his head in the uppercuts up the middle, but on the way in. Okay, now come on. Slow down.
Again, Harkin quick on his feet. He's got to have a really big final round, you'd think, to have any chance. Maybe he'll score a knockdown. And we'll get a 10-8. I think 10-9, 10-9 to Quigley. What about you, Richie, so far?
Yeah, Quigley's won the first 2 rounds, so Harkin needs a big round here. And Quigley, what he should be doing now is just boxing at distance and playing it safe. possibly he's got another 2 fights coming up, remember, so we've got to save his energy. He's won these first 2 rounds, needs to box safe.
Both had about 25 amateur bouts. The difference here is that Harkin is that much older and also a lighter man as well. Came in at 10-13-3. Is he more a natural welterweight? Quigley looks bigger and stronger in there. Decent right hand. And just has the skill factor as well.
When you're in at close quarters, Adam, there could be a rub of heads, there could be a cut, which can be terrible in your opening round of a prize fighter.
Just walks in there, Quigley, not quite as composed as he was earlier on in this quarter-final. Final one. Robert Lloyd-Taylor, Peter Vaughan, Chris Ajudea through. Who will join them? It looks like Nick Quigley. Still trying bravely, Harkin, but he's not flowing, there's no rhythm, and a nice left hook from Quigley, who just waited, didn't he, there?
Yeah, Harkin was a little bit low as well with the right hand, and Howard Foster, the referee, just told him to keep it up a little bit, but it's been a scrappy last round. And for me, Quigley's probably took too many risks in this round, especially with those heads, possible head clash, so, as I say, needs to box more safely in the distance. He's winning the contest at the end of the day.
Stopped boxing for 5 years, Steve Harkin, after he broke his kneecap. Back on track now, but not getting the success, not the quality, and a bit of a messy quarter-final. Couple of really good ones, couple not so good.
Yeah, this is a little bit scrappy. We've probably been spoilt with the contest before this one.
Yeah, wild lunge from Harkin. Really put the effort in this last round, and Quigley out of sorts, more than he was in the first 2. But I'd be surprised if the Liverpool fan didn't go through.
Just getting cool as he's coming forward now, Quigley. Doesn't need to be doing it, to be quite honest. But it's a better round from Harkin.
Good body shot from Quigley. But again caught, as you were saying, Richie, on the way in and slipping and sliding. And this one's going to be terminated. And the 2 Liverpool rivals hug, which is wonderful to see. Surely Quigley will advance. But then we've had a spot of controversy already tonight when Wayne Goddard went out, so you never know with the judges.
You don't. I thought he won the first 2 rounds quite clearly. And Quigley, a bit more scrappy in this last round, but there was some decent shots went in from Quigley. Another good left hook to the body there. That punch has worked well for him tonight. But for me, this man's going through.
Through more Harkin, but 14 more on the computer landed from Quigley, the classier boxer. Looks to be making his way through to the semi-final. How much did that take out of him? Maybe not as a couple of the other prize fighters. Still wide open, this competition, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but when you are boxing and you know you're winning, you have to then just look at the next contest and try and save a little bit in reserve. But Quigley looks very confident just in front of us. The judges are just checking their scorecards. Well, for me, Quigley is the winner here.
Could pick up a little nick, but not in a dangerous place. Nick Quigley. And the judges' scorecards have been totted up. And MC John McDonnell will announce the winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, the result of quarter-final number 4. We have a split decision.
Here we go again.
Judge Mark Green scores this contest 29-28 in favour of Harkin. Judge Ian John Lewis scores the contest 29-28 in favour of Quigley. And Judge Terry O'Connor scores the contest 30-27 in favour of our winner to complete our semi-final lineup. Ladies and gentlemen, from Liverpool, Nick Quigley!
now unbeaten in a Nick Quigley advances. Steve Harkin gave it a good shot, but the right man, Richie, goes through to the semis.
Yeah, I think just looking up at Nick Quigley, he's just got a little tiny nick above his left eye. I mean, that's probably stupid because that was probably happened in the last round, if anything. The heads were rubbing, it was a bit scrappy. But yeah, I don't know where they got the split decision from there. I thought that Quigley was the winner. I had it 30-27. The last round was a lot closer and it was a better round, but Quigley got it.
So, after 4 terrific, tight quarter-finals, we have our semi-final lineup. It will be Robert Lloyd-Taylor, late substitute, put out Takalou against Peter Vaughan. Chris Agedua, the only knockdown, but it was him who was knocked down in the first round of his quarter-final against Nick Quigley, who we've just seen go through. I'd like to say Jamie and Carla here. Couldn't be tighter.
No.
Split decisions, 3 of them. Referee scorecard deciding another. Finally balanced.
Certainly is. I mean, there's nothing to pick in him. You know, I think we all agreed in studio that we didn't think Vaughan had done enough to win, but nevertheless he's through. He's had a bit of a rest now, you know, and maybe he can sort of switch his tactics around a little bit. Obviously, Taylor, the substitute coming in last minute, you know, boxed really well. So, and he's had the longer rest out of them all, so he's nice and fresh.
You spoke to JJ Bird, didn't you, behind the scenes? He must have been absolutely gutted with what happened.
He was devastated, you know, and he still wanted to fight, even though, you know, and he understood everything what had gone on, but, you know, it's just not allowed, and I felt so really bad for him.
Carl, it's been quite exciting so far.
Yeah, as you do, he's really impressed me with his boxing ability. He seems to pick the right hand nice and clean over the jab. He's got good technical skills, you can see, but he obviously has been rattled to his boots tonight. He's been over, and them sort of shots stay with you. You know, Jamie will tell you himself, you get caught, it don't take much then to catch you again, and you feel it. So, provided he can sort of shake that off, I think for me he's the favourite. But you can't write off the others. You know, he done well in that fight, Quigley. But he seemed to tire towards the end, which could be a problem.
Let's analyse Quigley. His quality work we can pick out. Jamie, what impressed you about the Quigley performance in that Merseyside derby?
I mean, the things what stood out for me were the body shots. You know, he's got great reflexes, and that's why he boxes with the hands low. But he's got to be careful. You know, as fatigue kicks in, your reflexes don't work quite as sharply. But you see, when he sends them body shots in, he can slow his opponent down so much. But he seems to neglect him a little bit. I think, you know, especially now in the next stage where the opponents are going to be a little bit more tired, he should utilise that more.
He throws unorthodox shots from awkward angles. You see him there bringing the left uppercut from out of range. Now that might fox Agedua depending on who fights who, but you know, he tired towards the end, and for me that's a really important factor in the prize fighter, because he'll go back to his